Welcome to the Solohitter instructional video hosted by Mark Przybylak. Today we'll show you how to put together your new Solohitter so you can play ball.
Hi, I'm Coach Mark Przybylak with Solohitter, and with the help of my son Casey here, we're going to show you how to set up a Solohitter SLT 3000 straight out of the box. We've taken the liberty to pull all the pieces out and lay them out in front of you so we can show you just how easy it is to put this thing together from step one till the end. So what we want to do first is to identify part number one, all right? That's the easiest place to start. We're going to build this thing from the ground up. So here's part number one right here. You can easily identify it by the shape of it, and you'll see that it has a hinge on it, and it also has rubber feet. So with this, it says part number one right here. It's going to match an identical part number one over there. So Casey, if you wouldn't mind just snapping that in. This has part number two, matching part number two over here. I'll do the same on this part. They just snap right into place. Okay, then what we're going to do is work our way out. Mine says part number three, yours says part number four. So here I have part number three, he has part number four. Let's fold it forward. And now we're going to go part number 5 and 6, which is one piece. Now, while everything is still together, we have basically the letter Z. We're going to push this all the way up so it's totally vertical. And the hinges down here, we're just going to step on. So that one will lock in, and now they're locked in place. Then we're going to take the top part of this and just flip it all the way over. You'll notice you can actually let go of it and it'll stay. Once we've secured the top brackets over here, now we're ready to open up our SLT 3000 frame. You can open it up about this far and then go down to the original joint over here, lock it in place, and then slide this bar, this locking mechanism, over the top of it. Okay, the last part of our frame is the crossbar, all right? It's part number 7, and they basically snap together two pieces, lock them into place, and you're going to notice a notch right here at the very end of this side and on this side, all right? Let me show you what this is for. If you work your way inside the Solohitter frame, I'll show you where you attach this. When we put this bracket on over here, we told you to keep this nut nice and loose so it actually protrudes out about 1/4 of an inch. That little gap right over here is where this groove is going to sit on, and you're just going to lock it into place like that. We're also going to do the same on this side. It's an identical notch over here, making sure that your nut protrudes about 1/4 of an inch in case you will slip it over the end. Okay, now once we have both sides secured, now it's time to tighten the frame into place. And you're just going to tighten, tighten, tighten until it won't budge anymore. We're going to do the same thing on this side over here, where we're just going to go ahead and tighten this thing into shape. Very good. And right now we have a solid frame. Now that we've built the frame complete, we need to add the net to it, all right? Take particular care in opening this, and you're going to notice that there's bungees. I think there's 9 or 10 of them, but there's 4 red bungees. Identify those 4 bungees, and what you're going to want to do, grab this, Casey, is find a nice clean corner of your net. It gets all tangled at times, but it should look just like this, all right? Nice clean corner, 4 bungees on top, all right? We're going to carry this over, and all we're going to do is take our bungee, make it look like a fish. All right, this is the real important part about putting the net on. I get the most amount of phone calls for this particular thing. Coach, how do we affix the top corners of the net? Well, if you get a nice clean corner over here, all right, you're going to want to make this bungee look like a fish. There's the nose, there's the tail. And up over here, you're going to notice a triangular hole where the bracket holds the vertical and horizontal joint. We're going to make the nose of the fish swim through the hole here, And all you're going to do is affix this to the top of the Solohitter, just like that. We're going to proceed to work our way down and do the same thing, a nice clean square, and we're going to loop it and attach it. And over here, the same thing, we're going to loop and attach, and then Casey will complete it on that side. Same way, make it look like a fish. So we've just completed the top assembly of the net. Very easy, right? The next part is to go down each side and attach the bungees the same way, always remembering to have a nice clean square. So we're going to attach this one here. So there you have it. The net has been attached. Now just for little minor tweaks, there's a bungee that does the entire circumference of the net. You're going to want to pull to the ends and just get them to even up and tighten just so everything sits right on here. You notice there's no bungees on the end over here. Okay, our next step then is to put on the net marker system, and I'll show you how to do that next. Okay, the next step we're going to do is now to assemble the net marker system on here. I'm going to hand Casey 2 of these, and I'm going to take 2 of them. And basically what we have here is a split ring that we're going to affix to the outside bungee that covers the circumference of the net. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squares over from the top corner, and I'm going to put my split ring right here. Okay, I'm going to have Casey count from the left-hand side of this now 10 squares as well, and set the other net marker up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
At this point, once we have the snap rings attached to the top of the net, we're going to straighten out this band so that there's no crosses in it, and we're going to begin to weave in and out all the way down through every square. Now to complete the final installation of the net marker system, we've got 2 more bands to apply. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to count 10 boxes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to take our snap ring and we're going to set it up the same way. Okay, once that's in, we're going to do the same thing, get a nice flat band, and we're going to weave it in, out, in, out, in, out, across. And I'll just hand this over to Casey. All right, now we're ready to apply the last band. In this instance, we're going to count from the bottom up 10 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and just do the same process. Locate the split ring, affix it, hook it on, and then find your flat edge again, and begin to alternate weave it in and out across the bottom side. Now we're in the final stages of assembly. The piece of equipment comes with both a softball and a hardball assembly. I'm going to choose to set up the hardball assembly right now. This is the brains of the SLT 3000. This is the only wear part on the SLT 3000. So when you go ahead and you wear out a baseball or a softball and you order a new one, it's going to come just like this, everything attached. It's not just the ball you're going to replace, it's everything that comes with it. Okay, so we're going to unwrap this The black is a stretchy cord, the white is the fixed cord, and you're going to see basically 4 cords on here. What I'm going to do at this point is where you see the 2 white cords and the 1 black cord, I'm just going to detach this for now. I'm just going to slide it and I'm going to pull this through and detach this portion of the ball. I just detached the 4th cord on the ball. I'm just going to set it aside. I'll explain this to you in a minute. So here's the ball assembly. 2 white cords on the bottom with loops on them, as you can see, and then 1 black cord on top. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take the 2 white cords and we're going to hook them on the bottom of the frame with the quick disconnects. And we're going to unscrew to open it up wide enough so that we can slide this loop inside and then close it up again. Once we have this closed up, if you want to take a plier or a wrench and just cinch it, you can. It'll stay in place. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side that Casey is on. He's going to do the same. Just slide it in, screw it. Okay, next we're going to grab the top portion of the ball assembly. This is where the bungee cord lies, and we're going to find the end of it. And we're going to take this end and we're going to thread it right through the pulley assembly here. Just stick it right through and pull it. And we're going to take it to the back part of the crossbar over here where there's another pulley assembly that we're going to run it through the same way. And then if you notice on the crossbar, there's what we call a solo cleat here. Now, depending upon how high you want to set the ball to hit or how low you want to set it, you're going to take this bungee, you're going to slide it through this hole here till it comes out the other end, and then there's teeth in here. We're just going to push it and set it in place. Okay, we're ready for the final step of assembly. As I showed you earlier, the ball originally came with 4 cords on it. We detached one of them. We set it up with 3 cords. Now we're going to set up the 4th cord, and I'm going to show you how to do it. All right? Basically, we're going to detach one of the cords from the solo cleat, and you have a solid line with a solo cleat in the middle. We're just going to take this and I'm going to wrap it around the bottom post and hook it to itself, and then I'm going to have Casey do the same thing. Wrap it around the bottom post. That should leave the solo cleat right dead center. Now, the original units that were sold by Solohitter for the first 15 years did not have this piece on it. Anything purchased in the last year, 2011, 2012, has this solo piece on it. All right, it's called a solo cleat. I'm left with one more bungee. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take this bungee, I'm going to stick it right back where it started into this hole. As you see, and I'm going to lock it into place there. I'm going to take this end of it and I'm going to run through this pulley, putting it through the pulley to the back of the solo cleat, which is located right here. And once again, I'm going to set this through the solo cleat and then pull it tight according to the height of my ball. But now we're set up for a quick return, which means this: when a ball gets hit by the bat, it's going to spring right back into place for rapid successive swings, okay? Some guys will use this, they like using this to just get their swings in. Boom, 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 one swing after another. Other guys, like me, when I train and I teach hitting, I want to see where the ball's going to go. Well, right now with this set up, every time you hit the ball, it's going to look like a perfect strike right up the middle, okay? When I teach hitting, I want to be able to use this net marker system so that if a guy is a right-handed batter, I want to see him hit an outside pitch to the left side of the grid. If he's a left-handed batter, I want to see him take an inside pitch to the left side of the grid. If you choose to do that, all you need to do is disconnect this right here and let it sit. Now you have a free ball that wherever you choose to hit it, it's going to go to that quadrant. okay? So the system is a 3-chord, 4-chord system, all right? It's up to you to choose if you want to use the 4th chord for rapid swings, or if you want to go ahead and disconnect it or not even use it at all just to see precision hitting. Now you can go inside, you can go outside. All right, you've got this thing set up now. Now we're ready for some swings. So I'm going to ask Casey to step in over here and take a couple of hacks while I watch what he's doing. One thing I want to point out to you is this. As a parent or as a professional hitting instructor, I can actually be on this side of the Solohitter and not have to worry about being hit by the ball traveling outside anywhere near this range, because the hardwired white rope on the bottom will not let this go any further than what you see. So typically for a lesson, I'd sit on a chair or a bucket, and I'm able to get this close and watch a swing while he goes. Go ahead, Casey, take a couple hacks. Notice how fast the ball assembly sets itself or resets itself after every swing. Like I said, I don't need to be here in order for him to get multiple swings in. He just needs to hook this up over here and he can take his hacks all day long. Let's go to the next step though. Let's go to professional training. Here's where I would step in and I would remove the bungee from the bottom just by the quick disconnect over here and just set it down. So right now, we've got the plate set up for the outer third of the plate for a left-handed batter, right? And I want to see Casey hit the ball into the left side of the net marker system over here, or opposite field, all right? So go ahead, Casey. Let's take a couple of hacks. Now this is where I take a bat or a ruler and I stop the ball. The only downside, of course, is after you hit the ball, it's going to wiggle back and forth. As an instructor, as a parent, as a teammate, after my teammate hits the ball, I just take a bat or a yardstick and I stop the ball. Go ahead, Casey, take another one. Very good. Get a little bit more inside the ball. And as you can see, I can make my adjustments over here. I can point to his feet. I can see where the ball is being hit, okay? I can make my verbal adjustment to him. He can make the physical adjustments, and now we've got a great lesson going on. All right, so we just finished a great hitters workout. Probably took him 10 minutes max. Put 10 minutes in your day into your swing, man, you'll be swinging with the bigs real soon. Now it's time to break this thing down. Casey, let's show them how easy it is to take down. First thing we're gonna do is just disconnect the top part of the ball assembly. So pull it out of the solo cleat, just let it go, and let it unravel. And that's it for the ball. We're not gonna touch the two bottom parts. It's gonna stay connected on the bottom. The next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna remove the top 4 red bungees. Just the top 4. Everything else stays on, okay? Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna release and loosen the nuts on the top, pull the crossbar off, lay it down. Then we're gonna go to the front over here, unloosen the lock, break the joint, and then just collapse it together. Once you have it in this shape, it's real easy. All you're gonna do is lift up, take your brackets, push them down, take this all the way over, go down to the bottom here, disengage your hinges, pull hard, fold it down, put your parts together, and you're ready to put this in your car and travel home with it. Okay, so you just got done with a great day of practice. You can't get enough of your swing. You want to set it up at home now. Watch how simple it is to set this thing up once it's originally assembled. Here we go. We're just going to take it again, open it up in a Z, flip the top part over. Now it looks like the letter C, okay? We're going to lock in our bottom hinges just by stepping on them. Make sure the net is kind of cleared out. Step on it. Very good. Then we're going to lift up, take our back brackets, Slide them into place. Okay, once they're in place, then we get to open this. We go back down to our front hinge. We're gonna take our bottom hinge here, lock it into place with the sliding mechanism, grab our crossbar, walk it over to the back side, and once again, hang it on the nuts that are extended about 1/4 of an inch out. Pop it into place, tighten the nuts. Then we need to secure the net. Once again, make the bungee look like a fish, let it swim through the hole on the corner, loop over the top. Same here. Go ahead, Case. Okay, the frame is up, it's secure. Now we're going to take the ball assembly, we're going to run it through the pulley, through the back pulley, to the solo cleat, and then adjust our height accordingly. If you choose to use the 4th cord, once again, it just hooks up to the bottom over here. Well, basically it's this side. Hooks up to the bottom over here, and we got our 4 cord system. If you choose not to use it, just detach it.
And there it is. You and your solo hitter are now ready to play ball. Learn how to swing like a pro and enjoy the solo hitter anytime, anywhere. Thanks for watching and enjoy. You've been watching the installation and the application of the Solohitter.